I'm Dr. Frida, and today I'm giving you the 10 best foods for high blood pressure. High blood pressure or hypertension is a leading cause for heart disease, strokes, and kidney failure. I am a nephrologist, which means I'm a kidney and high blood pressure specialist, and hypertension is actually the second leading cause of people having kidney failure and going on dialysis. Now, a lot of people have hypertension, but many do not have it under control. And you can control it. One, by partnering with a physician you trust and by implementing lifestyle changes like exercise and meditation and decreasing stress. And also by the foods that you eat. Yes, eating the proper foods can help you to have a normal blood pressure. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Keep watching. Be sure to download your copy of my book. It's called Under Pressure. It's your step-by-step guide on how to control high blood pressure. This book is packed with valuable tools, guidelines, and information to help you to control high blood pressure. Click the link in the description to get your copy today. I'm Dr. Frida. I'm a nephrologist, which means I'm a medical doctor who specializes in kidney disease and high blood pressure or hypertension. So this is what I do day in and day out. I help people to manage their hypertension. Yes, sometimes people require medications, but a lot of times there are things that you can do in your everyday lives that can really help to reduce blood pressure. Be sure to watch my video on how to lower blood pressure naturally after you finish watching this video. So today we're going to focus on food, and I am going to give you the 10 best foods that will help you to lower your blood pressure. So first, let's talk about what exactly high blood pressure is, or hypertension. Your blood pressure consists of two numbers, that top number or systolic blood pressure and that bottom number, the diastolic blood pressure. Your systolic blood pressure is the pressure in your vessels when your heart is contracting, while the diastolic blood pressure is the pressure in your vessels when your heart is relaxed. If your systolic blood pressure, that top number, is consistently 130 or greater, or if that bottom number, the diastolic blood pressure, is consistently 80 or greater, you have high blood pressure. I'm talking to you. And you may be thinking, no, this blood pressure is normal for me. When I get a lower blood pressure, I get dizzy, I get lightheaded. You may be saying high blood pressure just runs in my family. Listen, hypertension is 130 over 80 or greater. If you have it, you need to consult with your physician and try to get that blood pressure down. You also need to watch this video and learn what foods you need to incorporate in your diet. Always consult with your physician or registered dietitian before changing your diet. Now, food is amazing. Food can be your friend, food can be your foe, but food can also be like a medicine. I believe in practicing integrative medicine. I use traditional medications when necessary. I also use lifestyle management, and I integrate them both. It's not one or the other. So let's talk about how we can actually use food as medicine when it comes to managing your high blood pressure. Let's get into some of these foods, the 10 best foods to help you to lower your blood pressure. Number 1, berries. I love berries. They're sweet, they're delicious, and they can also help you to lower your blood pressure. So here we have strawberries, wonderful, sweet, fabulous. I also have blueberries here, blackberries, some of my favorite, raspberries. So the berries are excellent. 1, they have antioxidants. They help to eliminate free radicals and decrease inflammation in your blood vessels, which can help to lower blood pressure. Also, berries tend to have high potassium. Now, again, consult with your physician and make sure you're not someone who needs to restrict potassium, but the average person needs about 4.7 grams of potassium per day, which is great for lowering blood pressure. I'll tell you how. When you take in potassium, that helps you to excrete or to urinate out sodium, and this helps to lower blood pressure. Berries are also good because they have minerals. They have fiber. When you have fiber, that helps you to lower your cholesterol, which decreases inflammation and also helps with your blood pressure. So definitely berries, one of the best foods for lowering your high blood pressure. Number 2, nuts and seeds. Nuts and seeds are also great for your blood pressure. So here I have some. I have walnuts. I also have some pistachios. I really love pistachios. Try to get unsalted ones. You don't want too much salt. Also have chia seeds. The other types of seeds, pumpkin seeds, flax seeds, almonds, All of these foods are really good for blood pressure. So let's talk about it. Walnuts. Walnuts are excellent because they help to increase the elasticity of your blood vessels. They make your blood vessels stretch a little more, okay, help them to relax, which decreases your blood pressure, okay? Walnuts also help to lower your cholesterol, which can decrease your inflammation and help with blood pressure. Pistachios have some of the similar qualities. And then you have like the flaxseed and the chia seeds. These are really great. Let's talk about chia seeds here. So the chia seeds are loaded with fiber and unsaturated fat. If you deal with 2 tablespoons of chia seeds, you have 140 calories, 4 grams of protein, 11 grams of fiber, and 7 grams of unsaturated fat. Also, chia seeds are loaded with omega-3 fatty acids. All of these things are good for decreasing inflammation and helping to lower your blood pressure. One of the great things about nuts and seeds is that they're easy to incorporate into your diet. You can take in nuts and seeds as snacks. And again, you want unsalted. This will help to fill you up, to help you eat less. And of course, if you eat less, then you're less likely to be living with obesity. And we know that living with obesity will increase your risk for high blood pressure. So that's one way. Also, in addition to just having the nuts and seeds as a snack, you can incorporate them into your everyday diet. You can put walnuts on your salads, pistachios on your salad. Same thing with chia seeds. Now, chia seeds tend to kind of swell up. And so I suggest that you moisten your chia seeds before you eat them so you have an idea of how much they're going to swell in your stomach. At any rate, if you are dealing with high blood pressure, nuts and seeds are an excellent way to manage it. Number 3, legumes, beans, lentils. These foods are also great for your blood pressure. And so here we have some black beans. Love black beans. Also some kidney beans. You can also do garbanzo beans. You can do chickpeas, lentils. Beans are excellent because they're loaded with soluble fiber. And as we discussed, having this high soluble fiber can help you to lower your cholesterol and decrease the inflammation in your blood vessels, which can lead to lower blood pressure. Now, beans are just really a great way to, you can incorporate them into your diet pretty easily. I like having my black beans on my salads. I love to get a salad with kale, black beans, red onions. I actually like to put a little bit of feta cheese in mine, do a light vinaigrette dressing. If you want some boiled egg whites, you can have that in your salad as well, or a leaned fatty fish, which we'll talk about. So I like doing that with my beans. I also like having soup, making soups out of my beans. And sometimes I'll just do a big pot of a bean soup, like a black bean soup or kidney beans, or just do add some onions to it, do things of that nature. It's very filling, plus I'm getting the health benefits and I'm helping myself to lower my blood pressure naturally. So definitely you want to incorporate legumes into your diet in order to manage your blood pressure. Number 4, fatty fish. Yes, fatty fish. And so we're talking about fish like salmon, okay? Using salmon in your diet, also tuna, mackerel, herring, rainbow trout, swordfish, and even sardines. Now, you want to be careful with sardines. I have a pack of sardines here, and yes, they are fatty fish. All of them are loaded with omega-3s. They can help decrease inflammation in your blood vessels, and these are the type of fish that can help to lower blood pressure. But you want to make sure it has low salt and that you don't add a lot of salt. When you're dealing with sardines, it's better to get fresh sardines with no sodium. Now, fish, y'all know you can incorporate that into a healthy diet very, very easily. I love putting my grilled fish or my grilled salmon especially on my salads. And so you can just very lightly season the foods. You can put garlic on them. You can put red peppers. You can do all kinds of spices, black pepper. You can use spices other than sodium for your fish. You want to grill this fish. You don't want to fry it because you want to make sure you maintain all of the healthy properties. And yeah, I just like to put mine on my salads. Or if I have it as my main course, then I might have some broccoli on the side, or I might have, some other vegetables. I might have my carrots on the side, have my beans. I might use quinoa as well. You can just incorporate fish into your everyday diet. Excellent source of protein, excellent source of vitamin D, excellent source of omega-3s, and a very good food for managing your blood pressure. Number 5, whole grains. So I'm talking about quinoa like we have here. Also oats. Yes, and I'm not talking about sugary oats or oats that, have all kinds of fake fruit in them, or that come like an oatmeal that's really kind of processed. I'm talking about real oats. Also, we're talking about brown rice, whole wheat bread, not starched and whited out white bread. I'm talking about whole wheat multigrain bread. These are foods that are going to be good for your high blood pressure. Yes, they're loaded with fiber. Yes, they help to decrease the free radicals, and they have great antioxidant properties. They help to lower your blood pressure. Now, quinoa is something that I really love to incorporate. And yes, I'm putting my fingers in it. I don't know why. But there are different types of quinoa. It's a South African grain. You can get black quinoa. You can get white quinoa, like this lighter quinoa I have. Interestingly, the darker the quinoa, the more antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties it will have. Quinoa is a grain that can really grow in just about any kind of environment. So that's pretty neat. But I really like it because instead of eating white rice or really starchy foods, when you cook quinoa, it has the consistency of rice. And so you can really substitute that quinoa and have that good whole grain in different dishes where you normally would have a white rice or even a pasta. You do the quinoa, and that's a way to have an excellent flavor in your food, but also to help to manage your high blood pressure. Number 6, healthy fruits. Of course, healthy fruits are going to be good for your blood pressure. When you're dealing with fruits, you're dealing with antioxidants, you're dealing with lowering inflammation, which is going to be good for your blood vessels and decreasing your blood pressure. So here we have bananas. Yes, bananas are excellent because they have high potassium. And of course, you take in potassium, you urinate out sodium. That's good for your blood pressure. Always consult with your physician to find out if you should have potassium restriction. Bananas can also help to fill you up. They are not very high in calories. They can help to prevent you from being a person living with obesity or help you to manage your weight. Avocados, one of my favorites. Now, avocados are just packed. They have high potassium, they have low sodium, and they're really easy to incorporate. Now, for some people, it's an acquired taste, but I love avocados. I like to slice them, have them on my salads. If I eat tacos, I like to have my avocados kind of sliced on there. I enjoy eating shrimp. I had a shrimp taco the other day. I had shrimp, I had red onions, and I had sliced avocado. You can make guacamole. You don't want to add salt, but you can certainly add garlic, red peppers with your guacamole. And in order to keep it healthy, please don't use a lot of salty or high-fat, high-carb chips. Just eat the guacamole plain. It's delicious. Or you can have it with a little quinoa or get creative. Kiwi. Kiwi is something else that's really sweet. It goes great in any type of a fruit salad or a smoothie bowl. Kiwi, high in potassium, which we know is also good for your blood pressure. Also, they just happen to be delicious. And they have an odd little look. Who doesn't love the odd look of a kiwi? What else do we have? Watermelon, okay? Again, it's something that's a very hydrating vegetable, and it is another way to help you to decrease inflammation in your blood vessels and to lower blood pressure. So certainly, eating healthy fruits is good. Pomegranate, also another healthy fruit to eat. Cranberries as well. So definitely you want to incorporate these foods in managing your high blood pressure. Number 7, now this one is probably going to surprise you, but number 7, hibiscus tea. Yes, hibiscus tea is something that can help you to lower your blood pressure. And this is not just something that's anecdotal. There have actually been studies to show that drinking hibiscus tea can help you to lower your blood pressure. Now, there was one meta-analysis of studies done where they compared people who drank hibiscus tea versus a placebo drink, something that did not have hibiscus. And in this meta-analysis of studies, they found that the people who drank hibiscus tea had a significant lowering of their systolic and their diastolic blood pressures. Now, we do know that hibiscus tea is something that has been used for centuries for medicinal purposes in various cultures. Very specifically for blood pressure, it has antioxidants, including flavonoids and anthocyanins, which help to decrease inflammation, get rid of free radicals, and these things help to dilate your blood vessels and to decrease blood pressure. Another thing about hibiscus tea is that it has an ACE inhibitor effect. So you've probably heard of ACE inhibitors as drugs, right? Like lisinopril, ramipril, and these are drugs that help to decrease blood pressure, dilate blood vessels. Well, this hibiscus tea, this natural tea, also has some ACE inhibiting effects, angiotensin converting enzyme blocking effects, and that can also help to lower your blood pressure. And so hibiscus tea is something that you can certainly incorporate, right? You can wake up in the morning and have yourself some hibiscus tea. You can drink it before you go to bed at night. Make sure you consult with your physician, because if indeed you start to get blood pressure lowering properties after incorporating hibiscus tea, then if you're on blood pressure medications, your doctor may need to start pulling them back. So yes, number 7, hibiscus tea. It is something that can help you to manage your high blood pressure. Number 8, heart-healthy vegetables. You definitely want to incorporate your vegetables. So here we have broccoli, which is delicious. Okay, I love to steam my broccoli or saute it with garlic, onions. Broccoli is a really wonderful power vegetable. It has vitamin A, which can help to increase your white blood cell production. Okay, it has vitamin C, which we know has antioxidants, and it's good for helping you to decrease your duration of respiratory illnesses. It has vitamin E, okay, which has antioxidant properties, decreasing inflammation, which will help you to decrease your blood pressure. Okay, so we love broccoli. Other healthy vegetables, kale. Okay, kale and the other cruciferous vegetables like cabbage, Brussels sprouts, all of these, which can have kind of a little bit of a pungent taste depending on how you cook them, are great because they have the glucosinolates, that's a sulfur containing compound which has antioxidants, anti-inflammation, helps to lower blood pressure. Kale is wonderful. You of course can have it raw. You can have it in your salads. You can add your carrots, your legumes, your lentils. You can add your chia seeds, your quinoa. You can add fruit to it. Okay, you can have a wonderful kale salad. You can also do kale chips like in the air fryer, put a little olive oil on them, garlic, and that can take care of that little of a savory craving you may have. I also have a patient who gave me an idea. She actually freezes her kale and then she puts it in the blender with strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, and she makes herself something that has the consistency of ice cream, and she includes the frozen kale in it. So yes, very healthy to incorporate. What else? Oh, we have carrots. Carrots are wonderful because they have high potassium, which can help you to lower your blood pressure. They also have beta carotenes. They have fiber, which again can help to decrease inflammation in your blood vessels. Other healthy vegetables, spinach, that's another really great one. And some other healthy vegetables, I have them right here. We have red pepper. Now, who doesn't love red pepper? Here is a fun fact. A red bell pepper actually has twice as much vitamin C as most citrus fruits, right? So when you think about lemons and limes, you think that they own vitamin C, but no, bell peppers are actually loaded with vitamin C. We know that they have antioxidant properties, beta carotene, fiber. Red bell peppers are another way to help you to lower your blood pressure. And I like to just have raw bell peppers, okay? I might dip them in a low-calorie dressing, add them on my salads, or incorporate them into a stir-fry dish. And that's a great way to incorporate red peppers into your diet and help your blood pressure. And then cucumbers. Cucumbers have seeds. Fruit, vegetable. At any rate, they are low in sodium and another excellent healthy food to add into your diet in order to maintain a healthy blood pressure. Number 9, cacao. We're talking dark chocolate. Yes, dark chocolate. And yes, we always talk about chocolate like it's like the arch nemesis and like it's horrible. But when you're dealing with chocolate that has 70% cacao or greater, it actually can have some medicinal benefits, including the lowering of blood pressure. So here's what happens. When you have cacao, it has flavonols, and flavonols help your blood vessels, the endothelial cells, to increase nitric oxide production. Nitric oxide is a substance that helps your blood vessels to dilate, okay? It increases vasodilation, which means your blood vessels are bigger, they're relaxed, and the blood pressure is lowered. So when you're eating chocolate, and I'm not talking about milk chocolate, I'm not talking about chocolate with all kinds of sugar added and caramel and nougat and nuts and brown, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about cacao, 70% or higher. When you have it in moderation, it can literally help to lower your blood pressure. Number 10, spices. Yes, spices are going to be important for you to enjoy your food, and there are spices that are actually healthy for your blood pressure. You will notice the spice I will not say is salt. I want you to have low sodium, less than 1,500 milligrams per day in most cases. So let's just put sodium to the side, and let's talk about other ways you can spice up your foods and maintain a good blood pressure. So garlic or even garlic powder. Garlic is wonderful because it has a substance called allicin, which helps to soften blood vessels. It helps them to dilate, to relax, and it helps to lower your blood pressure. Plus, garlic is delicious. You don't want to cook it too much because you don't want to decrease the nutritive value. You don't want to decrease some of the blood pressure lowering properties. But garlic, definitely a spice that is good for your blood pressure. Also, Ginger, yeah. Ginger is actually a flowering plant that's related to turmeric, which also has anti-inflammatory properties, and both the turmeric and the ginger are good for your blood pressure. With the ginger, it also has some antimicrobial properties. It's good for nausea and vomiting, and it's another way that you can incorporate it as a spice, and it's good for your blood pressure as well. What else do we have? Cinnamon. We have cinnamon. You can add cinnamon, and like if you're eating sweet potatoes, for example, you can put cinnamon there as opposed to sugar, okay, as opposed to butter. You can certainly add cinnamon to spice up different foods. You can even do a little cinnamon with this cacao that we had if you want a nice little dessert that is, pretty good for your blood pressure. What are some other spices that we have here? Turmeric I mentioned. We talked about garlic powder. Yeah, red pepper, okay, capsaicin. That's something that can give you a little spice, and it can also help to increase your metabolism, some studies show. Definitely it can help to lower your blood pressure. So when dealing with spices, you definitely want to use spices that are not salt, and these will be helpful for your blood pressure. Some other things you can use lemons or lemon zest. And when you do use things like lemon zest along with garlic, even if you do add a little bit of salt to your food, the lemon zest will help to enhance the flavor so you won't add as much. So yes, make sure when you're dealing with spices, you want to have low salt or no salt. And these ones that I mentioned will be excellent and one of the best foods for your blood pressure. Now let's put it to work. Let's incorporate some of these healthy foods, these foods that are good for blood pressure, into some real life food. I talked to you about the different things you can do, the foods, the salads, the way that you can incorporate the spices. And also, for some of these fruits and nuts, you can put them in yogurt, like a Greek yogurt, something like that, a low fat. But you can also make smoothies. Now, here's the thing. I talk about these foods because they're good for high blood pressure, but really they're healthy, they're heart healthy. And so the whole family should be eating these foods. And so I am going to have my family get involved, and I'm going to have my kids to help us to make a smoothie that has some of these antioxidants, and just to kind of show how we incorporate these things. All right, my twins, Adrian, Gregory, come on. Let's do it. So these are my 12-year-old twins, okay? We got Avery, we got Gregory. Say hi, Gregory. Yes, they're very excited. And I do have another child. If I may break the fourth wall, my other child is actually my 17-year-old, and she directs these videos, and she's behind the camera. Okay, she likes to be behind the camera, but I'm gonna make her come also. Y'all have washed your hands? Okay, because I don't like any nasty cooks. Okay, so this is up to y'all. We've been talking about some of the fruits and vegetables. I personally think you should add a little kale to your smoothie, but I'm not going to make you do it because some people, All right, so what do you want to do, Adrian, Greg? Okay, bring all this over here. Okay, so for our smoothie, we like to have a little cool consistency, but I don't really like to add ice, and so literally I have some frozen strawberries and some frozen blueberries. Let's see, you here, Greg, come on this side. Let me move some stuff around here. Take the whole plate. Let's move some of this stuff around here. I don't know if y'all be incorporating this. Here, just put the plate of frozen right there. Okay. All right, what's gonna be in the smoothie?
Strawberries.
Okay. Clean hands. All right. So remember, the strawberries have high potassium. The more potassium you take in, the more sodium you excrete out. That's too much. Okay.
Alright.
Strawberries also have minerals. They have fiber.
Just a little bit.
No, I don't like blueberries.
Just a little bit.
Listen, we're gonna put some blueberries in there. I love them. They have antioxidants. Don't you love an antioxidant? It's anti-inflammatory. What'd you just do?
Blueberries in the tea.
In the hibiscus tea?
My bad. Whatever. Alright, that's enough blueberries. I don't want any more.
Okay. So yes, our blueberries, antioxidants. Bananas.
Greg, you don't even have to drink it at this point because you don't even like bananas.
Come on, you gotta cut the banana.
I don't like bananas at all.
Gregory, you're doing okay. Gregory, what do you like? Because you do make smoothies. What do you like in your smoothies?
Strawberry.
We got strawberries.
That's all he eats.
Watermelon.
Okay, the
No, I don't
watermelon
want watermelon
in the
in
smoothie.
it.
Just
I don't
like I
want
didn't
it
want
in it.
blueberries and bananas.
Okay. Well, okay. This is just what real life is. Okay. That's why people need to make their own individual smoothies, or parents need to make smoothies when kids aren't looking, and that way you can add kale and spinach. When y'all aren't looking, I put kale and I put spinach in the smoothies, and you can't even taste it. Boo. I even put some flaxseed.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
Should I have not been here then?
Okay, come on. What are you doing? Oh, I like how you wash your hands. Sound like a clean cook.
I'm gonna go wash my hands now.
Yeah, I thought you would have ate all over the food. Okay, in all seriousness. Okay, he's gonna put the banana. You remember the bananas also have high potassium. The bananas will give it a nice texture, almost like that ice cream texture I was talking about. That's really good. Bless you. See, I like how you sneezed into your elbow and not into your hands. Okay, so we got bananas. So we got the bananas, we have the strawberries, we have the blueberries. I mean, my gosh.
Can I have some raspberries?
Raspberries? Yeah, go ahead and add some raspberries.
I want two. That's enough. Kiwi?
Okay.
Personally, I just
Yeah.
like kiwi by itself.
Okay, kiwi is another one of these fruits. It's high in potassium, which is good for your blood
I'm
pressure.
washing my hands.
It's sweet, it's delicious, and we're gonna add it to our smoothie. Okay, so we got kiwi added.
What about that thing?
Yeah, you go ahead.
I get it.
What else do we want to add?
That's enough. I don't want anything else.
Okay,
Shouldn't we have liquid in here?
we should. Okay, so you can do almond milk, or you could just do water. In this case, we're doing almond milk.
How much milk should I add? How creamy do you want it?
I say add to right this level.
That's so high.
Pour it in there. Amara, you're gonna taste
The
it.
whole thing?
since they made it. No, just some.
Wow, it looks like jelly.
Alright, that's enough.
Okay, who's gonna taste it?
Not me.
Okay.
I try first.
Okay,
Maybe
fine.
it's a taste tester. Good, yes, no, maybe.
It's good.
That is heavenly. You would think we put sugar in it. It's so sweet and delicious.
Alright, I'm going back on that.
Later.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not pretending. This thing is sweet. It's delicious. It has a nice thick consistency. We've got our antioxidants. We have our vitamin C. We have our anti-inflammatory properties. Like, it's very, very delicious.
Very
It's
good.
non-dairy, and it's an excellent
There
way.
was dairy in it.
It's what's the dairy? Almond milk.
Yes.
Almond milk is not dairy.
Since when? It has milk in the name.
No.
It's made of almonds. It's a non-dairy milk. So these are the 10 best foods for high blood pressure. If you found this video to be helpful and informative, please be sure to like it and to share it with the people you care about. Remember, you are in control of your blood pressure. In addition to partnering with a doctor you trust, talking with registered dietitians, exercising, doing meditation, eating a healthy diet, you really can manage your blood pressure. Please do your best to live your healthiest, happiest life. I thank you for watching. I appreciate you for your support. See you next time. I'm Dr. Freda.